Hey guys, it's Kat Von D here, and I figured in celebration of us releasing my first single, Exorcism, from my album Love Made Me Do It, I thought it would be really cool to show you guys a little sneak peek behind the scenes of how the music video was made. And what better way of doing that than with my bandmates, who all were such a crucial part in making this music and also making this music video come to life. I do want to introduce each of you guys and what your part in the band is. This is Gregg, AKA Mr. Pharmacist.
Yeah, so I play keys and the rest is kind of to be determined.
Yeah.
Depending on the live show.
Yeah.
Maybe some guitar, definitely some dancing.
Yeah. And then this is Sammi Doll, who we all know and love.
I play synths. I play the board keys, if you will.
Me llamo Parley y en la banda estaba haciendo la batería y batería eléctrica, todo lo que tenía que hacer con los ritmos.
And then Brynn.
Hello. I will be doing movement and pole and like some bendy creature.
Yep, she's
creepiness.
She's our in-house contortionist. So. For me, it was important to create, like, basically take the personalities that I know of each of you and then like make them into this like superhero, gothy, whatever characters for the music video. So together we really worked hard on creating each and everyone's look. And I think that was really important in part of the storytelling, because even though we all have so many things in common, we're all so different from each other. So that's one of the beautiful things I think about our band.
For me, I always wear some sort of semblance of a suit. So that was going to be the way it was no matter what. The whole thing for me felt like this sort of El Topo kind of vibe, you know, like, yeah. Because we were in the dry rocks and everything, it had like kind of an old Western thing. So my character, when we meet, you know, we're with you to help support your journey. And so we have this like very like spaghetti Western stare off in the beginning, like, oh, there you are. And like they get my close up. So it's cool.
I was able to be the gothic superhero that I've always wanted to be. And was just wearing this awesome bodysuit that I was sewn into with the harness underneath it. So when I could do like the jumps, it looked exactly the same. JD from Majesty Black like was such an angel. He was just there the whole time, just making sure that I was sewn in and sewing it back up after it was taken out. I've always wanted to channel that sort of feminine side of bringing the femme fatale, but also like the brutality, but the delicacy to it. And I think that it was really executed well.
Yeah, mission accomplished, man. Yeah. I love that.
Para mí yo siento que es como si estuviera en una película ya, como si estuviera grabando en como la Never Ending Story o una de los 80 o Hitman, así como, oh, ok, ahora sí puedo sacar lo que siento que soy. Y volar y que me carguen y si me caigo no me duele, pero aunque duela estuvo bien divertido. Siento que me pude expresar de esa forma de películas que uno creció viendo, que oh, quiero hacer eso y ahora tengo la oportunidad de hacerlo con mis mejores amigos, así que es muy importante para mí en ese tiempo.
I was wearing a suit by my friend at Twisted Movement, who I love her stuff. It's like so easy to move in, and she like slices it and twists it, and it's like very durable. So it was fun to be like kind of this like latexy creature out in the sun in the desert.
That's awesome. So basically, in order to make the ending of the video be as impactful as possible, we had to make the entire beginning of the video be as dramatic as possible, and that's why I thought we got to do stunts. I know you guys are brave enough to do stunts even though we're not trained at all. But it was your guys' first time doing stunts, right?
I can't say that I've ever flown before, and now I can.
Yeah.
The challenge for me that everyone else seemed to be okay with is when they pull the pulleys, you have to like land specifically, and I had more trouble, and you'll see in the video I kind of take steps forward where everybody else lands like in a superhero pose.
Oh, and you did it like a million times.
Yeah,
because you're the first one.
Yeah, conmigo experimentaron. Sí, me aventaba y ellos me empujaban. Bueno, lo empujan la cuerda para que no te caigas, pero como yo me aventaba y a veces no, el equilibrio no está tanto entre la persona que te jala y entre tú, así que a veces me caía o me levantaba, pero estuvo divertido, estuvo curada.
We can talk about your levitation scene because that was really cool. We did that on the first day.
Yeah.
And it just started to get dark, but it was like this scene where you looked like you were like 25 feet in the air.
I was just jealous because I didn't get to do a jump. I'm like, no, I get to lay down. No. So for me, I feel like it was kind of like a weird, funny moment, especially, I don't remember if it was me getting my makeup done or one of you guys were getting your makeup done. And I just looked over and in the corner, Brynn was doing her warm-ups. And I just remember going like, whoa, like her ankles are like somewhere in the air. And I'm just like, and I'm like, this is like a first time ever backstage moment. So I feel like watching Brynn do her warm-ups is already like so intense and so amazing.
My favorite moment was like when we were walking and then she jumped on my back and like it was like getting prepared for this thing and then like but seeing the finished product was great.
I told you it was gonna be worth it.
It was very worth it.
I did definitely feel like climbing up those rocks that you were talking about in heels.
Yeah.
Like and it was just one of those like, all right, it's cool guys, I got this, no worries. Like just climbing up and then looking down and like the cameramen, they just keep getting smaller and smaller as we keep getting higher and higher.
Well, originally we were supposed to CGI that, and then I was like, fuck it, we're climbing up a mountain. Like,
Yeah, we got this.
That's cool.
So I feel like this is a really good time for us to invite all of you to watch the music video together as we do our commentary, and you'll get a little bit more of the behind the scenes touch on how we made Exorcism. All right, here we go. So basically this intro, it was inspired by Alejandro Jodorowsky. Like there's a movie called El Topo. I just always remember this intro scene of like this black silhouette of a man on a horse riding through the desert with a little umbrella. And so that was definitely paying homage to that. He's obviously one of my favorite directors. He's up there. So obviously this required a lot of acting, this part, because there was literally no castle on top of the mountain. That was later on imposed with CGI. But this was basically setting the premise for the story. Okay, we're on a mission, we gotta get to the top of this mountain. I posted a little sneak peek of this intro, and like my favorite comment on it was like, oh hey, you got a video of me and my friends going to the beach. Oh. And I just thought like, this is literally how we would dress if we were going to the beach. This is basically like the beginning of our mission. You know, we see Gregg on top of a hill and we're like, you're coming with us. It was kind of an important detail in the designing of this music video was that to make everything black and gold. Dave's drum set is black and gold. Gregg's gloves in this shot, they're black and gold, and all of our accessories are black and gold. So I remember you came out with me to watch Sammi's jump.
Right.
And so that inspired you because she was doing all these crazy kicks and stuff, and you're like, well, I want to do a kick.
Yeah.
We have like a few outtakes of you doing like the craziest kicks that did not make the cut. What about the backbend walking? The funnest thing about filming anything with Brynn is that I'm like, do whatever you want. And then she'll say, this is what I want to do. When Sammi comes on the scene, we're like, does she like us? Or is she one of us?
It's just my face.
I love it.
I swear I'm friendly.
It's the best. But let's talk about your jump, though. That jump was amazing. I mean,
this was one of my favorite things I've ever done.
This is so awesome. I love it. And then the landing is just so epic. I'm like, oh, it's like you need to be the next Catwoman. So my idea for that scene for the jump, I just thought of like Lost Boys and just like how there's this just camaraderie and we're on a crazy, deadly mission, but it's still fun. And I loved it. It was like just nostalgic and romantic about it. I thought it was awesome.
I loved it too. It was so fun.
Well, also when you were about to, I didn't know, because when you were gonna, it was like, okay, rolling.
Yeah.
I had to just kind of be ready.
There was like one outtake where you were laughing the whole time. It was pretty good.
We tried a few, definitely.
Yeah, this one has a lot of emotion, and then when your face, you try to like sneak your face, and like, oh, there you go.
That part.
Can we talk about the fanny pack? I think that was
Representing.
your jump is my all-time favorite because it's like, A, the land is so good, but just, I remember just all of the takes and just watching your fanny pack and the fringe just like flying in the air. I'm like, this is just the coolest. But I will note though, the dust that you like when you land, it's not real, it's CGI.
Let's get out like that.
By this point, I think I went through 3 different sets of prosthetic tears because it was just so fucking hot the entire time we were filming that they were literally melting off my face. This is the part where I feel like we're paying a bit of homage to Michelangelo and the Sistine Chapels, you know, the God-touching human, and it's Dave Parley and Sammi Doll going up the hill. But it's like this beautiful art piece. I loved how painterly it felt. So we should probably talk about the stairs here. What was funny was that we cheated the front of the castle to be my actual house. And at the time we were repairing the stairs because the old ones had been falling apart. So we had a construction crew over and they were jackhammering everything. And I basically was like, leave it, don't fix it. We got to film this shot, you know, to make it look like it's transitioning from a mountain into a castle. And it actually works. So you can see the actual jackhammer marks on the, but it really did.
Totally.
Yeah, it really, I don't know how else we would have cheated that. Originally, I wanted the final reveal of the cat to be my cat Piaf, and he was unfortunately super camera shy. And so, but Nietzsche, who's a total ham, he just like jumped up on the throne and I was like, okay, well, Nietzsche will be Piaf's stunt double. And then while this video was getting edited, you know, Piaf ended up passing away. And so the ending to this is obviously still funny and cute, but now to me, it feels a little bit more like a little memorial piece. And I'm really glad that we made this video, our first video, and the timing that it happened. And so then we have this slow pan that ends up landing at the top of our ceiling in the ballroom, which we painted a portrait of Piaf. And so, and then the crows that you hear in the distance, they're fake. We impose those in post.
Sounds good though.
And then we got credits, you guys. Like they do in the movies.
It's so cool.
Yeah. Yeah, yay.
Kat, you look so good. Like everyone looks amazing.
Everyone.
Wow.
Yeah. So there you guys go.
Secret love.
Yep.
Oh, wow. That was
Cool.
so fun to see.
Yeah. all our hard work paying off. So.
God, it's so
Oh
cool
no,
to see it all
man, there
come
were some
together.
terrible ones.
Yeah.